Okay, let me just double check that we're live. Hi, everybody, if you are jumping on. I know it's late on a Sunday. I never know what time to do it for moms. They were busy getting kids in bed and sorting school out, or it's not actually too late. Okay, I can see we're live. So I'm going to get started straight away. I don't want to keep you here all night. I'm super excited to be joining you all live. Actually, haven't really spoken about this program for a really long time. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Jade Brimfield. I'm a super proud regional vice president and independent consultant, more importantly, with an incredible brand that I'm affiliated with called Arbonne. And there's a number of reasons why I was chosen to associate with Arbonne, which you'll hear about throughout this presentation. But my main aim for this presentation for you guys tonight is for you to maybe identify things that you're feeling or current situations that you're going through, and maybe identifying whether that is actually normal for you, or whether you've just started to accept things as new normals, and actually your level of health, your level of energy, your level of vitality has maybe decreased over time, and you've just accepted it or maybe not noticed that decrease. So I'm really going to kind of like trigger some things at you today. Please drop in the comments if you're watching live, watching on replay. If anything does trigger or you've got a question, pop it in the comments. I'm going to carry on through so we can like fly through this. And at the end, any questions, I will come back to you and respond privately to you, or if it's private, or I can respond in the chat as well. So at the moment, just to give you a little bit of backstory, if you know me, by the way, or you're a client of mine, or maybe you've heard me talk about a plan that I've been doing for 30 days, please still listen with open ears, open heart. First of all, I'm now a health coach for this program, so I'm super, super passionate, and I'm far more knowledgeable what I'm talking about, having actually been a complete advocate for the program and done it myself, but also coached so many people through it. And there are some differences this time, some changes and some additional support and help that is phenomenal. You're not going to want to miss it. Plus, I did say I was going to give a giveaway. So at the end, what I'm going to say is the person who comments the most interaction, most love hearts, comments, chats, chit chats, I'm going to basically give you some free vitamin pouches worth £82, 30 of them. They're amazing, full of antioxidants. Keep them in your fridge, have one every day. It's going to literally boost your immune system. They're like insane. A whole box of those is going to be coming to you. So I'll draw that after this live. I'll have a look at who's been commenting the most. So let's get started. Let me think about what you may want to do over 30 days. What would you feel like if you could totally like create some healthy habits? How would you feel if you literally were buzzing off the walls with more energy? Do you love a challenge? Do you think, do you know what? It's time for me. I need a challenge. I need something to focus on, and I can do it like for 30 days. Would you like to feel more fit? Would you like to lose any fat loss? Like, what would be most important to you? Why would you want to do something like this? Why would you spend the next 30 days in maybe a change to have like the outcome of your desire and dream? So really think about that over this course of this presentation. So what I want to talk to you about is a program that I'm currently doing. I'm actually week 2 in, so just ending week 2, day 14, called Thrive in 30. And I really want you to understand the concept of why I'm doing it. So it's something I do twice a year, January and September, January after all the Christmas festivities, and September when all the kids are back to school. We've been a bit out of sorts in the summer holidays, and it's a real great way of getting me back into routine, knowing where I stand, getting some routine, some discipline back in my time, but also because I need that reboost. I recognize my body just needs a full immersion twice a year. And for the rest of the year, it's not like yo-yo dieting, we do something and then just go back to what we were doing. It sets me up with new habits that I can continue on. And this is when I never feel like I'm on a diet. I never feel I'm in a rapid weight loss program. I 100% reveal what foods have been sabotaging my health in various different ways. And there's no calorie counting. So I really just want to strip away any like misconceived ideas about what this is and what it isn't. The plan is really designed to help rid the body of toxic buildup, helps decrease inflammation of the body, which I'm going to touch on, and also heal the gut. So it's like, do you know when you would like get a phone? I always say like my phone, you know, when you've got a phone and you've had it for a while, brand new, it's like buzzing. You're like, all the emails are pinging through, you've got loads of space, there's loads of like your videos are top quality. And over time, your battery starts getting like, doesn't last as long. You've not got enough storage. All of a sudden apps are just shutting down on their own. It's really slow. Basically, that is what can happen to our bodies. And we just want to hit the refresh button. When we do a factory reboot, everything just seems to kind of ping back. That's what we're doing here with our bodies, really getting ourselves back to optimum health, through this like factory reset refresh button. And it's all around reducing the amount of toxins that we're actually putting in. We're going to increase the amount of toxins we're eliminating from our body, so it's working much better, but also increasing our nutritional intake through this 30-day process. And it really is designed to fit around you, no matter what your lifestyle is. Like, are you a busy mom? Are you working full time? Do you work abroad? Do you work overseas? Are you here, there, and everywhere? Like, it's designed to work around any busy lifestyle, helps to prevent things like illness, disease, increase your energy levels, reduce stress, improve your overall health, your immune system, lose stubborn excess weight, enhance your immune system, and also improve skin quality. So let's get started. So the first thing I mentioned is about eliminating toxic buildup. Well, let's just think about why we need to do that. So just a bit of scientific facts behind why we want to eliminate the buildup. Because over time, we do experience buildup. And that bit is because our two main organs, our liver and our kidneys, are the two main detoxifying organs. That's their main primary function. And what happens is, over time, these organs, there's all this stuff that's been like flowing into our bodies, the foods we eat, the drinks we eat, stuff we put on our skin, the environment, stress, like injury, all this stuff is happening. And over time, the liver and the kidneys just become so overwhelmed, overworked, and they stop working as efficiently as they once did. So basically, the liver becomes overloaded and it can't efficiently like eliminate the toxins properly. When there's this overload of toxins in the body, your body goes into natural defense mechanism, and it basically doesn't want these, toxins to attack our vital organs like our brain and our heart. So what your body does is, it normally, most of the time, it gets stored as fat. So this is what I say to people. Do you know, if you're in a situation, no matter how much you go into the gym, no matter how much you're like cutting your calories, and you just can't seem to get rid of a certain, or like can't really seem to lose weight or get rid of certain fat in like stubborn areas, that is because you're not addressing the toxic overload in your body. No matter what you do, your body is holding on to that because it's a defense mechanism. So when we start to like relieve the liver and the kidneys, relieve those organs of the overload, start eliminating more toxins, basically pulling the plug out the sink, getting everything to flush through so it can start like draining the water properly. That is when everything starts to get into a natural flow and a natural balance, and that fat will start to melt away. Now, it's not the only way that your toxins get stored as fat. Toxins, so if your liver and kidneys are overworked, your other organs may start to eliminate them. Skin, so skin is an elimination organ. When we start to experience, especially we can get older and we start experiencing spots like around our jawline all of a sudden, like, what is this, mid-30s, I'm starting to get more spots or issues. Your colon is another one, also lungs. We might start experiencing breathing difficulties or enhanced asthma, like can't think of the word, symptoms. Couldn't think of the word. So yeah, it basically can happen. So we really want to eliminate more toxins and reduce that load in the body to help basically our organs work as efficiently as they should. And I mentioned about the plug hole. It's the bathtub analogy. Stuff is going to be flowing all the time. We're never going to be able to stop it. The tap is going to be on. There's going to be foods we're putting in, the drinks, the environment, there's like stresses, all of this stuff, the tap is on, and your liver and your kidneys is the plug hole. Now, there's good stuff going into the bathtub and also bad stuff that perhaps doesn't serve the body as well as we like. Now, over the first time it happens, when we're little or we're drinking alcohol, on the binge drinking when we're in our teens, your body can like deal with it and it's working. But actually, over time, over years, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't it just starts to build up and build up. And what we do is, so the bathtub's on, the plug hole's getting blocked up and it's filling up with good and the bad stuff, can't be drained. All of a sudden your bathtub's overflowing, there's mess everywhere, your bathroom floor is just literally covered in water, and we're like, oh my gosh, I'm getting all these problems, there's water on all these issues, there's water like flowing through the house now, and we're like, I need help with this. And what we do as societies, we go, right, doctor, like, can you help me? I've got like water overflow, I've got all these issues now, it's all overflowing. And normally 9 times out of 10, and this is exactly what happened to me, so I'm just talking from experience, is they would get handed help by form of a mop, which is fine if we want to just mop up the mess. But is it actually solving the problem? Are we actually thinking, hang on a minute, why all of a sudden is the bathtub overflowing when, a few years ago, everything was just flowing in and going down the plug hole? So this is really where we need to start thinking, does medication actually, is it just a plaster on top of a problem? Or have we actually considered that something we're suffering with, for me, IBS, I also had migraines. Is there a reason why we could start thinking, why is this all of a sudden happening to me? And maybe it's my body's way of saying something's not right. I need a reset. So we have to really, on top of obviously improving the amount of toxins being removed from the body, we also want to reduce inflammation. Now, inflammation really starts in the gut. It stems in the gut, starts there. So what we can control is what we're physically putting in here. Okay, now I'm going to talk about what different ways of inflammation there is in the body. But what we can do is choose to say no to the foods that don't serve us. So over a 30-day period, and this is exactly what I'm doing now, I'm avoiding the following things on this list: dairy and whey, gluten, refined sugar, coffee, tea, fizzy drinks, alcohol, yeast. Now, needless to say, it's pretty obvious if you've had a skinful of alcohol one night and you wake up the next day, you're not looking or feeling rosy. Your skin's probably all sunken and dry, like you're not looking like dehydrated, you've got bags under your eyes, you've got a headache, you feel like shaky. You know that isn't actually good for our body. So it's an obvious one. The other one's maybe a bit more tricky for you to think, why am I avoiding that? So dairy and whey are quite inflammatory and acidic for the body. We don't think that because we've been designed to think we need milk for calcium when there's so much calcium in loads of other foods, which we'll talk about. So the dairy itself is really inflammatory and very acidic for the body. And the whole idea is we want our body to be as alkaline as possible. Gluten is another one, very acidic, very inflammatory for the organs. It has zero nutritional value. It's a binding agent that glues food together, basically, drains your energy resources from your body trying to break that down. So again, it's another one that's just not serving your body. We don't need it. Let's just take that out so we can allow our body to catch up. Refined sugar, and obviously over processed foods have a lot of salts and refined sugars in there, and seed oils. So it's another one, like we want to avoid like the over processed stuff. Yeast, and then coffee, tea. So coffee is very, very acidic and very inflammatory for the microbiome, the gut. So we're going to avoid that. And also fizzy drinks. So whether it's calorie free, sugar free, whatever, there will be things in that fizzy drink, like artificial sweeteners that are very inflammatory and damaging for our microbiome. So this is why we're sort of like, these are the things we're going to say no to. And it's not a case of like deprivation. It's a case of I'm choosing to say no because I know that it's not serving me. Now, if you are sit here today watching this live and you're like, oh my goodness, there is absolutely no way I'm going to give up cheese. Like, I just can't do it. Or my cup of coffee in the morning, I cannot do it. There's no way. I'm like, no way, turn this off right now. I'm going to say to you, like a bit of a love punch. If there is something on here that you honestly can say, I would never, ever be able to give up, it's the absolute reason why you need to do something like this, because we should never feel reliant on anything or addicted to anything that much. It's just not the way our body's made up. So inflammation starts in the gut. I mentioned this earlier. And normally we think inflammation is bloating, like digestive issues, constipation, diarrhea. And it absolutely is. But it also is things like tonsillitis. That's inflammation of the body that starts in the gut. Joint pain, bowel inflammation. Do you suffer with headaches and migraines? That's inflammation of the body. Are you suffering with things like arthritis? That's inflammation. Skin diseases, so any skin issues, things like psoriasis, eczema, acne. Again, it's inflammation, the body's way of inflaming, but it starts in the gut. So it's so strange for us to think. Normally we think the skin, we're like, put something on to feed it, or it will be better. But like, honestly, it starts from within. And that's why we're just controlling and slowing down the stuff that we know doesn't serve our bodies at all. So number 3, the gut health is really, really, it's so important. It is our hub of health. 80% of our immune system actually lives and thrives in our gut. So if you're feeling, or maybe you've been a bit more run down lately, or you've just struggled to like shift that cold, or, you know, just not feeling that great, not on top of form, your immune system is really the most important thing we need to be looking after. And it starts from gut health. So we need to be thinking, is my gut maybe just not working as efficiently as it should if I'm actually feeling this run down? Nearly all skin conditions stem from the gut. So if anybody comes to me and says, you know, and if anyone knows Arbonne as a brand, we have a whole collection of skincare and nutrition and wellness products. And it would not be a cream that I would recommend first. If anyone comes to me with any skin problems, it would be one of our gut and microbiome support products, which I'll mention in a moment. 80% of serotonin starts in the gut. Serotonin is our happy hormone. We used to think it was produced here in the brain, And it's not. Our second brain is our gut. It's produced there. That's our, gives us that, like, you know, it basically sets the pace for our mood, sleep, memory, appetite. So, you know, if you're feeling a bit low and a bit depressed and maybe a bit out of kilter, when was the last time you thought, oh, I wonder if my gut's like not that healthy and that's why I'm feeling a bit low and depressed? No, we don't, because we think it's here, but actually it is so important when we can start really looking after what our body, this machine, we have to think of this as a machine. How are we fueling it? How are we looking after it? How are we MOTing it? How are we giving it that service? That's when everything starts to shift. And nearly all brain cells are influenced by serotonin. So it's so important that we get our gut like super healthy. It's like my most passionate like subject to talk about. So I'm going to take you back to when I was the ripe old age of 28, when I first thought, if I'm going to talk about this, I need to actually do it myself. And I would never, ever recommend to anybody any of the products or programs that we have to offer unless I have literally done a full like transformation myself and seen whether this works. Now I'm like, I'm pretty healthy, you know, I don't really suffer with too much. And that was me like kidding myself that my new normal, I'd accepted certain things, but there was more than 5 things I could count from this list. And I know that the majority of people, when we look at this, it's more like 10. So do you suffer with any digestive complaints or bloating? What about nausea? Maybe feeling sick a little bit more regularly, headaches, migraines, feeling fatigued or maybe poor concentration, having aching muscles, memory, maybe mood swings, you're feeling a bit more like hormonal, bad skin all of a sudden, more PMS symptoms, more pains, period pains. How about your allergies? Do you suffer with more allergies lately, more hay fever in different times? Any breathing difficulties or asthma? Lower back pain is a prime one. Literally used to suffer with lower back pain all the time. I don't have it at all now. So I used to think that was because I used to dance. Cravings for junk food. Do you literally just like, not junk food, do you literally like just drive past a McDonald's and be like, oh, gotta go in, or can't not have a chocolate bar at the end of the night? Constipation, bad breath, all of a sudden like fluid retention. All of these things are basically alarm bells, your body saying that something isn't right. So it's a little bit like if you've got a knocking on your brand new car, the engine's knocking, you can hear a banging, you're going to be like, oh, I need to get that looked at, because if I don't like sort it out, something else is going to go wrong, or the car's going to break down. Honestly, these small little things are signals that your body is just saying like, hey, like there's something not right here, and I'm in need of like a reset or some attention. So please, like, this is where migraines and IBS symptoms, to the point where it would be so debilitating I'd have to just leave events, lie down flat, in so much pain. I just was accepting that as normal. I was like, I've just been dealt the card, like that's what it is. And honestly, I just thought like I needed medication or I needed something to help me, until I actually did this reset, and it was just transformational. So where this differs from a diet is that this is not, if you think about common diets, I can think of a few. One will be like counting points. So some will be like really low fat. So for example, like some diets maybe like you can't have avocados because it's literally so many points, whereas we're like, avocados are an amazing healthy fat that we should be eating. Some maybe like, you can't eat carbs, just eat loads of meat, loads of veggies, no carbs. Well, no, we do need complex carbs because that's really important for our energy levels. It's really also important for metabolizing, basically for metabolizing, to create energy for us. Like, it's so important that we're not removing food groups. We're having proteins, carbohydrates, fats, vegetables. All of these things are going to be incorporated into this. So there's no cutting out things. So what happens when we diet, we usually calorie count or remove a food group, and that results in fat, like quick fat loss. Like, yeah, for all of a sudden, losing weight, we're on the scales, great, we're feeling amazing. But if you notice this figure in the middle, all of those toxins in the middle, like the toxic overload hasn't been reduced on the cellular level, it's still all in there. So as soon as that person goes back to doing what they did before, which inevitably they will, because it's not sustainable, like keto, it's not sustainable long term, the body rebounds. And that's when people are yo-yo dieting here, like always kind of like here, there, and everywhere, and constantly feel like they're having to be on something all of a sudden, like towards a holiday or towards like Christmas or whatever. Whereas with cellular cleansing, we're really addressing our body from a health perspective, looking at gut health, looking at things that don't serve us, which basically reboots your natural weight loss system, if that's a primary thing for you, but also has so many other amazing side effects, like energy increased, you know, headaches and migraines, inflammation of the body, joint pains, things like that, all of this starting to regulate and get our bodies back to optimum health. And afterwards, what happens is you're able to basically maintain that nutritional balance, keeps your body feeling really lean, melts away excess fat, and you're able to carry on because you've created a new lifestyle and new habitual patterns, which is a real main reason why we do it for 30 days. So it's not some fad that we do for a week. It's a process. It takes 22 days for a habitual pattern to be erased, a bad one, and for a good one to be implanted. So this is why we're there to support you through this process, but to give you massive results after 30 days to make you think, oh my gosh, how incredible is this? How amazing would it be 30 days to have all of those things at the beginning? We said, why, you know, why would you want to do this? To be realized at the end of the 30 days. So fourth thing is that we want to increase the nutritional intake. At the end of the day, we're taking our body through huge transformation and also a major reset. So what we want to do is ramp up the nutrition going in, good nutrition at that. So what we want to focus on is whole foods. Please do not mistake that this is a substitute for food. It absolutely is not. But what we will be doing is implementing extra nutritional supplements to fill in the gaps of things that are really, really, really difficult for us to obtain from food today that we absolutely must be incorporating into our diet. And this is proven by nutritionists and naturopathic doctors. Now, the thing is with Arbonne, you can just trust that we have everything covered. We have plant-based ingredients. Everything is tested to the highest quality of standards. They're co-developed with experts, scientific testing to work this nutrition. Everything is vegan certified. So we know that's tick on one of the things. You don't have to be vegan, by the way, to do this. Gluten-free. So we know that we're avoiding gluten. There's no artificial flavors, sugars, sweeteners, colorants, nothing in there. Everything you're getting with Arbonne is fully like natural, high quality, like food-based groups basically in a supplement. So you know you don't need to worry about that with Arbonne. Now, what we're going to do is implement in some products. I'm just going to talk you through some of the products. These are tools. So not only do you get all of the support and all of the guidance of what we're going to be doing, what we're avoiding, what we're going to be doing on step 1, day 1 through to day 30, like hands being held, you also get this massive box, a toolkit for these hard to fill in areas of products that are going to give you nutrition, vitamins, minerals, vital things that are really going to enhance your body and make you feel just insane. So the first thing is our Feel Fit pea protein. It's an incredible, it's like flour in our house. I absolutely love having a protein smoothie every single morning. It's enriched with over 20 vitamins and minerals. It helps, keeps me full till lunchtime. I know I'm getting a full balanced meal from it because it's got all my carbohydrates in there, and it's completely plant-based and 100% absorbable by the body. If you are thinking, oh my gosh, like protein is for guys who go to the gym who want to look hench, then you're wrong. Like, not sorry, that was a bit direct. You would be wrong. I used to think that. I was like, I'm not having protein, that's for guys. This is so important, especially if you're a female watching this, to get, we do not consume enough protein. It's so important that we keep up with great muscle mass, not big muscles, just muscle density mass, because protein is really the building blocks for ourselves. It helps repair things, but also, you know, as we get ill or we start to lose weight, what will burn is muscle mass, not fat, when we start to think about wanting to burn fat and we're not doing it in the correct way. So it's really important we're keeping our protein levels high. Plus, it's a great way to metabolize the burning of fat. We also get energy fizz sticks. So pop in the comments if you've tried a fizz stick. Literally the best thing invented. The end. That's all we need to say. They're available in lots of different flavors. It's basically a blend of ginseng, guarana, and green tea, which helps support energy. They're low GI. So if this is for you, when I mention no coffee or tea, do not panic. We have given you the tools. You're not gonna have a problem worrying about caffeine with these. These are so natural, so good for you, and rich with B12, B6, enough B12 for your daily dose, where people are getting B12 injections for fatigue. And it gives you slow release energy. So there's no spike with a synthetic caffeine that spikes our blood sugar, goes through the roof and we're buzzing, and then we have the crash, and then we need to go again, and then we have the crash. Honestly, 2 of these a day will keep you going. They are insanely amazing without you feeling like you've taken something weird or you've drank a can of Monster. Like, they are phenomenal. and totally natural. Also, you get the gut health microbiome support. So this is a blend of prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzyme in one easy sachet. This is my #1 favorite product ever that Arbonne have released. And this is another tool to help sort this gut health thing out. Now, it's so important that you're having a gut health supplement if you have ever had antibiotics in the last 4 years, because your gut, you basically, the antibiotics have killed everything. It's like an atomic bomb's gone off. It takes 4 years for your gut to regenerate the good bacteria in the environment. So it's really important we're having that. The Clean Tox Herbal Tea is a liver and detox cleanse. It actually contains incredible ingredients that support the liver and kidneys. It includes milk thistle, which is actually proven to regenerate parts of the liver. You also then get to pick 2 of these 3 options. So some extra fiber support. It's a soluble, calorie-free 12 grams of fiber from a scoop. So fiber is really great for helping you feel full longer, and also helps to get things shifted downstairs. There's also a Clean Tox Gentle Cleanse. I always recommend this. We do this in week 3. It's an aloe, ginger, and lemon drink that we drink in week 3 of the 30-day program, which basically helps to really deep cleanse your GI tract. Now, if you think our intestines actually span the length of 6 football pitches when it's unraveled, which is insane to think. There is lots, over the time, there's lots of trapped toxic waste in crevices and sockets in the small intestines. This is a way of really cleansing that out. And actually the average person has about 9 to 12 pounds of undigested toxic waste sat there. So how nice would that be if we could get rid of that? And also it's not good for the way our body's made up. And it also helps to repair any issues like leaky gut syndrome that you may have heard of. Also our superfood Be Well greens. If you see me on my stories, you'll see me having my green shot every day. It's a blend of 36 fruits and vegetables from all around the globe, all colours, a complete biodiversity of fruits and veggies that we just don't get. And actually studies show that we should be getting a really, really vast variety of fruits and veggies. And I'm pretty sure that probably the majority of us go to the supermarket and buy the same 8 to 10 fruits and vegetables every week in our weekly shop, because it's what we know and it's the meals we do. So this greens powder is so incredible and so packed with antioxidants to help fight free radical damage, and helps basically prevent disease and illness. So you can see here the pack. This is everything you get. It's amazing. 2 boxes of fizz sticks, 2 bags of the protein, enough for so 60 portions of protein, 60 portions of the fizz sticks, 40 bags of tea, which each tea bag lasts you like 3 or 4 times with 1 tea bag, and also the extra gut health supplements that's really going to help through this process. Everything is derived to give you results. It's derived to actually benefit your body in some way. It's not just there to replace a meal. It's actually needed so we're getting enough nutrients and vitamins through our food today. So what we also want to do is focus on whole foods. I mentioned about ultra processed foods. How easy is it for us to fall into the gap of having a sandwich, going to get a pre-packed meal deal, getting a Costa coffee and a cake, and how all these things start to add up, and actually they really don't serve us. So with this program, we really want to focus on enjoying whole foods, whole, like, meats and fishes and real, like, potatoes and vegetables and salads, everything that we know we can put together, eggs. Really focusing on that. And I want to explain to you what it looks like. If you're thinking, oh my gosh, like, where am I actually going to eat? Am I actually eating anything here? This is an example, a one-off day for me. So I'd wake up in the morning and have my protein smoothie with some added berries and some maybe some nut butter, a banana. It gives me a full meal. It's delicious. My body absolutely craves this in the morning. It's so delicious. And there's loads of different recipes we provide you with. So don't worry, it's not going to get samey. You can make protein pancakes, waffles, whatever, loads of different varieties. My smoothie, I'll also have my green and gut shot. So my green and my microbiome support, shot that in the morning as my health shot, ready to get my gut, like maintaining a really healthy gut. And then I'll have a hot fizz stick. You can have them hot or cold. I was a former coffee addict, like Addicts Anonymous for coffee. So I have mine hot. Then mid-morning, I'll have a snack, maybe like an apple with some nut butter, like to spread on, just a bit of a snack. And then lunchtime, I'll have a light lunch. It's usually either leftovers from a meal I've made the night before, or I'll have like a nice salad with some chicken, or maybe some soup. Now we're getting into the autumn, like, kind of vibe, and a detox tea. And then mid-afternoon, I'm feeling a bit like that. I need that kind of sweet hit. So I might have a chocolate protein shake just before the school run with my fizz stick, as we're getting into that slump. I'm all buzzing then, ready to go and get the kids from school. And then for my evening meal, I have a gorgeous dinner, like a coconut chicken curry with some nice salad leaves and some brown rice. It's all about proportion rather than focusing too much about calories and quantity. What we want to do is really show you and re-educate you about the proportion of what we should be having on our plate. And here's a really prime example from this image of what we should be doing. And then at the end of the day, nice detox tea, sleepy tea, basically gets you like into a lovely Zen doze, great for digestion. You'll literally wake up the next day feeling amazing after just switching. Honestly, after like a couple of days, when I did the program this time around, I was like, oh my God, I instantly feel better. It's so, so good. So what else do we provide you with? I've done a little video here. We also provide you with this incredible app. So here you're not even just on your own, like not knowing what to do. There's a full app where we talk you through the community, how to understand the app, basically. Also, you can see that you have like this whole progress. So you can complete the course. You start with week 1. There's incredible lessons that have been put together by doctors, naturopathic doctors, nutritionists, mindset and health coach, PTs are also put this together. So you get like these lessons. So not only are you taking your body through this amazing process and transformation, you're really understanding what your body is going through as well. And you're so educated. It's like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm feeling this. That was that then. And I'm on day 4 and I'm feeling like, you know, if you want headaches, that must be the coffee and the withdrawal. Like you really start to understand what it is. But not only that, you get full support and guidance from your consultant, whoever added you in to watch this video. But also, you know, you've got 24-hour support through our WhatsApp, you've got your own consultant, you've got all of your meal plans, you've got on-demand workouts, you've got on-demand mindset workshops that you can get onto on demand or even live. We have live ones every single morning, Monday to Friday, that are completely free for you to join. So it's more than just maybe a body physical transformation. It can be a total mind, body, like complete reset, motivation for everything, including getting your body moving and also feeling fit and exercising, which is important. It's not just about like dieting as such. We want to also just completely transform the way that we look and feel and think about being healthy. So I mentioned about what we get. You get the daily app, you get your meal plans, all your recipes. There is so many recipes, and my family love all of them. I literally just I'm like so used to making some of these recipes. They're delicious. On-demand exercise classes if you struggle to get out of the house and go to the gym. There's some really easy at home exercise classes, some morning mindset workshop with our Be Well Club for free. Also the accountability and support, which is honestly is the biggest part of this. How many times have we thought, oh, I just cheated on Thursday. It's okay. Nobody knows. No one even knows I'm dieting. I'll start again on Monday. And we do this constant like cycle. With this, it is an investment in your health. But what the most incredible thing is that day 1, you're linking arms with people. And you're like, let's go. Like day 1, day 2. Okay, yeah, I'm feeling here. You can log how you're feeling, checking in with your consultant. You've really got that coaching, support, and understanding and education of what your body's going through, not only for fat loss, but for energy, fatigue, like sorting out headaches and migraines. You're going to sleep better. Your skin is clearer. The whites of your eyes are brighter. Your nails and your hair is growing so much better. Your digestive issues have gone. Like all of these things are compound when you do this program. And after everything, what you'll find is that you will have set new habits to want to carry on an 80-20 base. It's not going to feel like a chore. It's not going to feel hard. You're going to want to stay doing what you're doing because of how incredible you feel. And also we show you how you can reintroduce those foods back. And we recommend probably like an 80-20, 80% stick to plan and 20%, you know, go and have your pizza at Prezzo or whatever you want to do. But you're making informed choices about how your body reacts to things and how you can reintroduce those back in. So it's really hard to visualize all of the improvements that I went through. Now, these were my 30-day transformations in January. You can see a complete transformation physically in the way that I look from these pictures. But more than this is the way that I show up every day. I have 4 children. It's super busy, you know, all the time. We have busy lives. It's stressful. But when you put your body through a reset, your mindset is so much clearer. You're less snappy. I have more energy. You know, it's really important I put my health first because no one's looking after me. I'm the one that has to look after the kids. So I need to make sure that I'm on top form to ensure I'm looking after all of the illnesses and stuff that they come home with. And I just feel amazing. It's like, how was I living my life in the way I was until you ping back to that, like after 30 days, you're like, oh my goodness, everything just seems so much like it's like your world goes from black and white to colour, like Dorothy, you know, in The Wizard of Oz. It's insanely amazing. And it honestly just shows that you can heal your body and transform yourself through diet and through nutrition. So I really hope this has been useful to you, and you may have some questions. If you're interested, please go back to your consultant, ask them for information about costs. It's not the Thrive in 30 is not the only package that we have. We have some smaller packages. We just have our breakfast club. Maybe setting your day up in the morning is enough to like get you started and, you know, start your day in the right way. It set yourself up for success for the rest of your day, all of which you get access to all of the app and the extra stuff. So it may be that you want to go, I need to like really fully reset, fed up of feeling like fatigued, hormonal, all of this stuff. Or it may be that you just want like to implement some small changes. Either way, we're here to support you. Come back to me if you've got any questions. Thank you for getting on so late, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. Take care, everyone.